Jayo Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jayo Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jayo Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jayo Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Raja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Raja Jana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Jayo Radha Madhava Jayo Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Jayo Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jayo Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jayo Radha Madhava Jayo Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Jayo Kunja Bihari.
Right. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Sukhi. Thank you so much, Subhu and Gopal. Pram is coming good? Okay. Thank you so much for the wonderful kirtan, as always. Jai. Okay. So, very, very nice, wonderful kirtan. And now we'll do some katha. First, thank you so much everyone for joining, for coming to a Sunday feast, taking a time out. He's a very wonderful devotee. Whenever he gives class, or most of the time when he gives class, he says, thank you so much for giving your time, because timing is one of the few resources which cannot be taken back. It's not renewable source, right? You give time and that's it. So you're choosing to spend time here, coming to the abode of Shishrita Sachirandan, and hearing the wonderful kirtan from our youth, and also some Krishna Katha. So thank you so much once again for coming. Today I'm going to speak, or rather continue, what I left off last time. So last time when I got a chance to speak some Krishna Katha, I spoke on Gopashtami, and it was halfway. So I couldn't complete it full. So I will try to complete it today, hopefully. So before that, I will just recap what we did last time. So, Gopashtami is that particular festival which is celebrated in a big, huge pomp in Vrindavan, where Krishna took in charge of the cows. So he transitioned from taking charge of the calves to the cows, and that is this festival of Gopashtami. And Gopashtami comes from Gopa and Ashtami. Ashtami it happened on the 8th day of, we'll talk about that, of the month, and is Gopa. So basically transition from being cowherd boy on the So the calf herd boy to cow head boy, right? From cows to cows. Okay. So I'll just recap what we did or what I recounted last time. In the Brahma Vimohan Leela, chapter number 13, if I'm not wrong, was when Brahma decided to steal the calves by Krishna and his friends. And the 14th chapter, when Brahma understood, okay, this is my master, I'm not supposed to mess with, he comes and offers beautiful prayers in chapter number 14 of the 10th canto Srimad Bhagavatam. And after that is chapter number 15, where it is titled as Killing of Dhenukasur. Okay. And so in chapter number 13 was the herding of the calves. And chapter number 15 is mentioned that Krishna tended the cows. So now the transition from calves to cows happened between these two chapters. From 13th or 14th chapter, 15th chapter was Gopashtami, basically. Krishna took the cows out. Now, I'll be talking something from Gopal Champu. It's a very, very beautiful, sweet, nectarian book written by who? Who wrote Gopal Champu? Any guesses? By Tattva Acharya of Gaudiya Sampradaya. You know the Tattva Acharya. Who's that? Jiva Goswami. That's right, he's Tattva Acharya. Jiva Goswami wrote Gopal Champu. Right? Champu is a kind of writing where it's a mix of prose and poems. Okay. So now, Mother Yashoda was discussing with the wife of Abhinanda. Nanda Maharaj had 4 brothers. There's Upananda, Abhinanda, Nanda, Nandana, right? Nanda and Sunanda. So he was in the middle. Nanda Maharaj was in the middle of the 5 brothers. And he was talking to the wife of one of the elder brothers, Abhinanda's wife. And she was telling a concern that Krishna has changed. Previously he used to love getting oil massage from me, and then in India it does, and we apply oil on the body, wait for some time, and then take bath. So Krishna used to love getting oil massage from his mother, Maya, and then take bath. But now Mother Yashoda started sharing it with the wife of Abhinanda that Krishna has changed. He doesn't like taking oil massage from me anymore. He just applies oil on himself and just for the namesake and just goes to take bath. He's changed. And in the meantime, in parallel, Nanda Maharaj was speaking to his brothers, 2 younger brothers. Krishna is not talking to me as was previously used to do. But I see that he's talking to you both very casually, very openly, talking to you all, laughing, smiling, joking. But when it comes in front of me, he says, "Oh, Baba," very respectful. This changed. Yeah. So, can you tell me what was he talking about? Last time I heard or I saw you talking very nicely. What was he talking about? What was the topic? And this share that, that topic, okay. So Krishna was basically sharing his concern that, Baba is getting very old. If you look at it, Nanda Maharaj and Maya Yashoda did not have children for a long time. So Krishna is saying, Baba is getting very old, and he is in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Yad Yad Acharati Shreshthas Tat Tat Eva Tarojana. Like the big person, when he does something, common folk follows that. So Nanda Maharaj, being the head of the cowherd community, he used to personally go out in the forest to herd or tend the cows. And he's getting old. So Krishna started sharing concern with his uncle, saying that, I think Baba is getting very old. I can see wrinkles on his forehead, getting white hair. He goes in the morning, comes back at the evening, the whole day is out, hitting all the dust on his face, walking long time. He's very old. I think I want to give him some rest. I want to take up the charge of the cows now. So Nanda Maharaj was very happy, and in the sense of internally he was very happy. Oh, my son is thinking about me, caring about me. Now, so Nanda Maharaj, doesn't say all this stuff. Shri Sai Sachindev Bhagwan ki jai, Dasmidev Bhagwan ki jai, Duthamana ki jai. So he doesn't share this out loud, but the next day he says, Balram and Krishna, let's go. Come. I'll take you to the forest today. I said, oh wow, okay. What happened? Oh, prayers are fulfilled already. So he wanted to show them the, on-field, on-site experience, on-field experience, in-field things. Let's go. Nanda Maharaj, right? He should be the younger brother's uncle. So he started going to the forest, walking in Vrindavan. And Krishna used to ask questions like, why does monkey have tails? Why does birds have feathers? All these silly questions, to lighten the mood, to bring the guard down of Nanda Maharaj. And Nanda Maharaj knows what he's doing. He's speaking very sweetly, very nicely. Nanda Maharaj knows that he's just making the ground, preparing the ground. In Hindi we say maska marna. He's applying butter to smoothen the process, to ask Nanda Maharaj later. So Krishna talks very nicely. And one of the other reasons that Nanda Maharaj, Krishna wants to go to Vrindavan to tend the cows is that till now, Krishna was almost exclusively with Maya Yashoda and Brajagopis. And Krishna has come to this world to show his pastimes, to give his association, to give pleasure to not only Mother Yashoda, but also to all the living entities in the forest. He has not gone to the forest till now. Right? So now he is taking this opportunity to give association, to give his darshan to all the living entities in the forest. The trees cannot come to the house. Right? They are waiting for when will Krishna come. And when Krishna used to come, walk in the forest, the trees will bend down. Please touch us. So that they will bend down so that Krishna will take his hand, touch his hand and move the branches away. Just for that. One touch. Right? That is why Krishna wanted to go in the forest so that living entities can have his darshan, can reciprocate. He wanted to reciprocate with them, and they want to reciprocate with Krishna. And Adam Pradhan, we say, right? Reciprocal relationship. So Krishna will uses this opportunity to go out, an excuse, so it's not an excuse, one of the reasons. And finally Krishna tells Nanda Maharaj, Baba, I'm very old enough. I'm take care of the cows. Nanda Maharaj smiles and says, Chal, let's go. Let's go back. I'll think about it basically. Yeah? Let's go back to the home. Now, Krishna is doing his very best to canvass everyone to get what he wants. He told Nanda Maharaj, now he told his uncles, now he's going to tell his mother. He's not leaving any stones unturned. Okay? He's doing all this. He's covering his bases, everything. He goes to Maya Yashoda and says, Maya, I'm going to take care of the cows. I'm very intelligent. So there's 4 age groups. There's Kaumara, there is Pauganda, right? Balila Pauganda, then there is Kaumara, Yauvana, Pauganda, Kaishora and Yauvana. Right? So 5 to 10 is Pauganda, 11 to 15 is Kaumara, and 15 and above is Kaishora. So now Krishna says, Maya, last year I was not very strong, but this year I'm very strong. I increase in strength. And Maya is, Mother Yashoda is hell-bent on not leaving Krishna to the forest. Because she is very scared. She is very protective of Krishna. So Mother Yashoda gives sarcastic replies to all the questions. So Krishna says, Maya, I've become very strong. Last year I was not strong, but this year I am very strong. And Maya Yashoda gives a very nice reply. Then, oh yeah, that's right. Oh my God, you are so strong. You're so strong that you can't even lift butter pot, you break it. Wow, what can I say about your strength? She's giving sarcastic replies. You're so strong. You can't even properly hold a butter pot. Maya, okay, let's leave that. Now I'm very intelligent. And now I'm very intelligent. Oh, achha, very intelligent. Oh, I forgot about that. Sorry, my bad. Very intelligent. When I say, oh, Krishna, eat healthy, you go and eat butter from the other neighbor's house. When I say, don't go to other neighbor's house, eat from our house, you eat dirt from our house. If you're intelligent, why would you do all this stuff? You eat healthy means eat nice food stuff, not dirt. Right? So, Krishna is being defeated left, right, center. His arguments are getting slaughtered. So, Krishna says one final thing. Maya, I know geography. See, cowards should have strength. Have you ever got a chance to hold a calf? They're extremely strong. They may look small. If you try to hold them, they will drag you. Drag you. Without you don't have any chance. They look very small, but they are very strong. They have good strength. They need to have good strength. They're very intelligent as to what to do, how to do, take care of the cows. And also geography. Once you go in the forest, you should come back. They don't have GPS. The GPS should be all in the head. They should know geography, right? So Maya, now I know geography of Vrindavan very well. Okay, that I agree. Okay, so Krishna is doing his very best, very, very best. When he starts speaking, everyone gets mesmerized. Just by smile, people they become like a painted picture. They just stop. His words are sweet. Madhuram, adharam, madhuram, madhuram, madhuram. Everything about is sweet. Madhuradi. He is the emperor of sweetness. Vallabhacharya writes Madhurashtakam. So he started, but Maya Yashoda is not very convinced. Why? Because Krishna has done many, many things of the exact opposite. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, the 10th chapter, the very beautiful verse that Krishna used to hold the horns of the cows and play with them. One small mistake and then the big horns. Then Krishna used to put his hand in the mouth of the animals. He used to take sword from his father's drawer and start fighting with Balram. All this stuff he used to do, and it used to cause such anxiety to Maya Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj. Maya Yashoda saying, I can't even trust you with yourself. How can I trust you with the cows? So Maya Yashoda Krishna is trying to convince Mother Yashoda, and Maya Yashoda is trying to convince Krishna, leave it. Don't, just be here. Why do you need to go? There's so many servants. Just be here. Okay. But Krishna's beauty is so beautifully explained in this beautiful Vaishnava, long back, I think around 300 years ago. I love he writes, in Braj Bhasha, he writes very beautiful poems. His name is Ras Khan. I'll try to read one beautiful poem of his, a stanza. He describes Krishna's beauty. He says, Dhuri bhare ati shobhita sham jau taise bani shri sundara choti. Dhuri bhare. Dhuri means the dust. Ati shobhita. Krishna looks so beautiful because he has dust of Vrindavan all over him. Taise bani shri sundara choti. And he has a beautiful top knot. Maya Yashoda, when he leaves Krishna in the morning, Krishna gets him in the morning and takes his bugle and just nice bugle sound, and all the friends know, Krishna is up. Time to go to tend the cows and calves. So, Mother Yashoda ties a very nice choti, top knot on Krishna's head. Does very, very nicely. Khelet khat phirai angana paga paijani bhaji pirakachoti. So he says, Khelet khat. Krishna is confused. Should I eat or should I play? So what does he do? Combine both of them. He takes food in my hand and starts playing and eating in between. Khelet khat phirai angana. In this courtyard, he starts running with the food in the hand and says, Oh Sudama, Shidam. He starts running around in the courtyard with food in his hand. Paga painjani bajat piri kachoti. And he has a beautiful anklet on his leg. And piri kachoti with a yellow color dhoti, pitambar. Just try to visualize this in your, just visualize how Krishna looks. Beautiful dust on his body, with a beautiful top knot, with food in his left hand, and running around and calling his friends and playing. वो छवि जो वो रसखान विलोकत भारत काम कला नीच कोटि. So Krishna Khan is praying here. वो छवि को रसखान विलोकत. I just want to have that darshan in my mind. It's like you're stuck in my mind. Bharat kama kalu neecha koti. What is use of any other things? I just want to have that beautiful form of Krishna in my mind. Kaga ke bhaga bade sajani hari hath se gayu makane rote. And Krishna is sometimes so stunned talking to his friends. A crow comes and just takes what Krishna ate and just goes away. This describing beauty of Krishna and the fortune of the crow. Just imagine, we get prasad, he's getting prasad directly Krishna with his mouth. So describing Krishna's beauty. This another very beautiful verses from Srimad Bhagavatam describe Krishna's beauty. So now Balram chips in and saying, Maya, so Krishna Balram, he needs some companion to reinforce his statements, to substantiate his statements. So Balram is watching or hearing all this stuff. And Krishna is saying, Maya, I'm very intelligent, I'm very strong, I'm very into geography and all this stuff. Maya is saying, I'm not convinced. But when Balram says something, or Maya Yashoda becomes very happy, very, very content when Balram is with Krishna always. So he says, Balram comes and says, Maya, I will take it, don't worry. Tension nahi. I will take care of him. I will always protect Krishna. And if you see, many of the pastimes where Krishna has gone into problems, Balaram is not there. Kaliya pastime, Balaram is not there. Damodar pastime, Balaram was not there. It's not, you're not let. At that time, after he died, there's no problem. But Balaram would have really protested, no, Maya, what are you doing? Please don't do that. Many problems. So, Maya Yashoda says, Balram says, just like eyelids protect the eyes, just like that I will protect Krishna Maya. Don't worry, leave Krishna with me. So Maya Yashoda says, okay, but there's some few conditions. This is almost where I stopped last time. So first, feed him every 3 hours. Okay? Many times what happens, because of hunger, he starts climbing trees. Fruits. He gets some fruits. But the problem is, when he climbs trees, something's after that which is not good. What happens? He doesn't know how to climb down. One-way ticket. He climbs up, stay there. Dauji, I can't come down. I don't know what to do. He climbs up, but doesn't know how to climb down. And he's afraid of heights. He's so hungry, sometimes children when they're hungry, if they're not making any sound, whatever they can find, they start eating. The Krishna is so hungry, he might just climb up, fruit. So high, he gets scared, don't know what to do. Right? Sometimes the fruits are bitten with snake. Snakes take a bite and it may get poisoned, and Krishna might eat that, and then Krishna is poisoned, and all this stuff comes up. So Mother Yashoda is thinking so ahead. So make sure you feed him 3 hours, every 3 hours. Every 3 hours feed him and he'll be satisfied, he'll not climb the trees and stuff. Okay, Maya, done. Second condition, is there any kunda, sarovar? Don't let Krishna near any water bodies. He, in ecstasy, in excitement, he may jump inside, but then how to swim. So please don't let him near any water bodies. No sarovar, no kunda, nothing. Okay, next. Don't go too deep in the forest for the first few days. Just imagine, you no practice, start running for a marathon. What will happen? Done. Next few weeks you'll be at home. You won't be able to complete marathon anyway. So don't go too deep in the forest. Take slowly. Go maybe 5 hours or 4 hours first, and the next day slowly, incrementally, you go inside the forest. So don't go too deep in the forest. Okay. Next, there are many caves, holes in Govardhan. He's very restless. So sometimes what happens? He enters the caves, and he may close, some rocks may fall down, the holes may be closed, if he screams, you can't hear him, right? So don't leave him alone, basically. Always, just no matter what, hold his hand. We should not leave Krishna's hand. Even if he wants to leave, we should not leave. Okay, agreed? I agreed. So Nanda Maharaj has not given his permission till now, right? They're still discussing about it. So Maya is sort of convinced. Okay. Now, Nanda Maharaj and Mother Yashoda was discussing. After Krishna told Nanda Maharaj, Krishna told Mother Yashoda, Krishna told his uncles. Now there has to be a collective decision to let Krishna. Krishna is the apple of the eye, so to say, of the entire Braj, right? So whatever he says, everyone does. No? So Nanda Maharaj and Mother Yashoda started discussing. Oh, he told me this, he told me that. Oh, he told Abhinanda and my younger brothers also. They started group discussion, right? And Nanda and Sananda, his younger brothers, Nanda Maharaj's two younger brothers, Nanda and Sananda, they expressed that we are fine with Krishna taking cows to the forest. We are very fine. Well, okay. Nanda Maharaj said, but he's like a little child. He said, what, 6 years old? 6 years old. He's a little child. But Upananda, the eldest brother, said, no, he's fine. Based on his activities till now, he will take care of himself. He's fine. So Upananda gave his consent. And Nanda Maharaj, even though he is the middle of all the 5 brothers, normally it's the eldest brother who gets the in charge of Vrindavan, of Braj. So Upananda voluntarily relinquished the position, saying, Nanda, you are the best person for the job, to be the king. So Nanda Maharaj said, okay, I accept the position of the king, but on one condition. No, every decision I will take your consult, I will consult with you, and only after your approval will I go ahead with anything. If you say yes, I will do it. That is the condition. And Upananda said, I am fine with Krishna going. Now, then what more can I say now? Right? So now, but Mayosha is still, no matter what, she's Maya. She's very anxious. She says, okay, elders have said yes. What can I say more? Right? So she's anxious, but she's reluctantly saying yes also. She's conflicted what to do. Nanda Maharaj said yes because Upananda said yes. So everyone is in agreement. And Krishna has gone to the forest in the meantime, playing with his friends, everything. He doesn't know anything about it going on. There's a separate discussion. So one of the other, as I told, one of the reasons why Krishna wants to go to Vrindavan or go to the forest is to reciprocate with his devotees, with the living entities in the forest, which they didn't have any chance to get close to Krishna till now, because Krishna never went to the forest. And one of the other reasons, very important reason why Krishna wants to go to the forest is to give the experience of separation to the devotees of like Nanda Maharaj and Maya Yashoda and the gopis in forest. Like I mentioned last time, Sri Rupa Goswami mentioned very beautifully that love is like a snake. Love is like a snake. What does it mean? When a snake moves forward, what happens? Left, right, left, right. But doing left, right, what happens? It's moving forward. So love is like a river with 2 banks, separation and union. Without these 2 banks, the river cannot flow. Right? So basically, the inherent quality of love is you experience separation and you experience union. So Krishna says, all this while you experience union, very close association with me. Now I want to give something else. I want to give the experience of separation. And all this while they were experiencing separation from me, the living entities in the forest. I want to give them the experience of union. Right? And when the separation comes, the ecstasy, height of ecstasy increases. A small glimpse can be seen in this world itself. A family member goes out of country for 2 months. This experience given full Gopi Gita, beautiful. They are waiting when Krishna will come back. Right? Krishna wants to give the experience of separation to the Brajavasis. Right? And give the experience of union to the living entities in the forest. Krishna is playing with them, with the peacocks, with the monkeys, with all the other animals, so many, with his friends, so many things, so many, right? So like snake. So the beautiful verse, Rupa Goswami says, "Aher iva gati premna swabhava kutila bhavet." Aher means a snake. As a snake goes left and right, the love goes left and right. Union, separation. Union, separation. You see, if you're always together with someone, then it becomes difficult to appreciate them. You take for granted. So, experience, union, separation. No. And this beautiful verse from Gopi Geet in the 31st chapter, the 12th verse. Dina parikshaye nila kuntaler vanaruhananam bibradabratam ghanarajaspalam darshayan muhur manasi hasmaram virayachasi. So beautiful. Dina parikshaye. At the end of the day, Dina parikshaye nila kuntaler. Krishna's, last time I talked about this. People, they like balayage. You know what is balayage? They do coloring at the end of that. Usually ladies, they do coloring at the end of their hair. Reddish color, pink color, orange color, whatever they do. This is called balayage. And Krishna is the first person who did this. Neela Kuntela. Krishna has blackish hair, blue tinge at the end. Dina parikshaye Neela Kunteler. Vanaruhananam bhibradabratam. Ananam means, Vanaruha means lotus. Ananam means face. This lotus face exhibiting, fully covered with dust. So Mother Yashoda used to send Krishna with full decked up with musk dot, gopi dots, tilak, hair nicely parted with top knot, perfect, very nicely dressed with jewels and everything. Mother Yashoda said, now go. Moment Krishna is out of the range of Mother Yashoda's eyes, what the first thing he does? Pocket me, he'll take dust and then on his face. He take the dust of Vrindavan and apply on his face. He take the minerals found, the natural minerals found in Govardhan, in the forest, and make paintings on his face. Right? So Krishna loves the Raj more than all the makeup. Just like he loves the chastisement of the Brajavasis than the Vedic hymns. Krishna says, oh, you are Akhanda Adi Ananda Akhanda Abheda Acheda. So many Vedic hymns may say, but says, that is fine. But chastisement of the Brajavasis, that's much more sweeter. Right? That is Krishna. So the verse says, at the end of the day, O Krishna, you repeatedly show your beautiful lotus face covered with dark blue locks of hair and thickly powdered with dust. Face. O hero, so that manasi hasmaram vira echasi. There's so much desire to see you, O Krishna. They're waiting. When will the day finish? They curse the night. Or they curse the night. Why is it so short? And they curse the day. Why are you so short again? Why is the night so short? It gets over. The Krishna is going to go to forest again. Right? And why is the day so short? So the day is so long, my bad. The day is so long, night is short. They curse, they say, son, please set faster. So Krishna can come back quickly. That is their mood. They want to see Krishna always. Now, so the beautiful verses, if Gopi Geet, beautiful verses, the pangs of separation very beautifully explained there. Now finally Mother Yashoda agrees because Krishna is happy and they will do anything for Krishna's happiness. Now Krishna is going to the forest and Krishna is teasing him. Krishna's friends are teasing him. Oh, you know why, Krishna? Oh, Krishna, your parents are not giving you the charge of the cows. We don't trust you. Krishna's friends are another level. Whatever you can't think of doing with God, they do everything. Just imagine slapping God. They'll slap Krishna. They'll do everything. Jump on him, beat him, ride on him. Everything, right? So Krishna's friends are teasing him that your friend, bharosa nahi hai. Your parents don't trust you. That's why they're not giving the cows. Krishna becomes so sad, right? And they go back and forth, argue. Oh, no. Go back and forth with arguments, Krishna and Krishna's friends. And Krishna comes running home. And usually what happens, he comes home, it's an etiquette, you wash your legs, hands, and come home, right? This time Krishna just ran past the door. No washing his hands, no washing his legs. Jumps into the bed and starts crying. How can I say, Maya doesn't trust me? How can they say so many things? And Maya becomes very confused. Hey, what happened? This is not the usual Krishna. He comes, he always washes his legs, everything he does. But what happened now? And he's closed the door. He's not letting anyone come in. Right? And what happens? Krishna's many Shaktis, it's called Leela Shakti, the Shakti of pastimes. There is Leela Shakti, there is Kripa Shakti, so many Shaktis have, Pararasa Shakti, Videva Shruyate. Upanishads say, Krishna has multifarious energies. All the energies do everything for him. Krishna doesn't do anything for himself. He is just playing. Everything happens, energies take care of everything, what Krishna wants to do. So, the Kula Guru of Nanda Maharaj is Shandilya Muni. Okay. He happens to come by at that particular point of time, the house. And of course, when their Kula Guru has come, they all share, oh, this is what we're thinking, Krishna saying he wants to go and we were thinking about it and all this stuff. And they put everything in front of him. And he says, okay, let me see. And he calculates by astrology, he calculates everything and says the 8th day of the Shukla Paksha. Shukla Paksha means the waxing moon, waxing phase. The 8th day of the Shukla Paksha of the month of Kartik is a very, very auspicious day. Ashtami of Kartik. Right? This Shukla Paksha and this Krishna Paksha. Right? The waxing phase and the waning phase. On the 8th day of the waxing phase of the month of Kartik is a very, very auspicious day. You can give him the charge of cows on this particular day. And that is the event of Gopashtami. Right? Now, in Braj, everything is, so it says in the Brahma Samhita, Katha Ganam Natyam Gamanam Api. Katha Ganam, every word is a song. Every step is a dance. Everything. So just imagine how the dance would be. If every step is a dance, this is how the dance would be. Every word is a song, just imagine how the song would be. Yeah, how beautiful. So they said, okay, wonderful, Krishna is going to get the charge of the cows. So there should be what? Festival. Gopashtami festival should be celebrated. And all this while Krishna is what? In the room, sobbing, crying, and he said, no, what's happening right now? Now, Maya wants to give Krishna the good news, but he's not talking, he's not opening the door. What to do? So Nanda Maharaj, so all the entire day passed by, Krishna is not eating anything, nothing. And Mother Yashoda tells Nanda Maharaj, what happened? He's not doing anything, something's wrong. So, he doesn't know. We came to decision and we're going to give him the charge. Maybe he's sad because we're not told him yet. He thinks we're not going to give him the charge. That's why he's being sad. So, usually he gets up, what happened, as I mentioned, Krishna, when he gets up, what happens? He blows the buffalo horn to call a reference. But that day, Krishna did not blow any buffalo horn. But because Shandilya Muni said, give a green signal, entire Vrindavan came to know that Krishna is going to get the responsibility of the cows. They become very happy, in the entire Vrindavan. Okay. So now Nanda Maharaj says, don't worry. Just, shout loudly that Krishna, you are getting the charge, you are getting in charge, you are getting cows. You are going to take the charge of the cows to go to the forest. So don't just very slowly, say it, shout loudly. Krishna, you are getting the cows. Shout loudly and see what happens. So Maya goes to the door and says, Krishna, you are getting the cows. And Krishna is like a spring. No? He springs he gets up like a spring and opens the door and comes very happily outside. Very happy. He's getting in charge of the cows. So Maya says, okay, calm down. Very, very, cows are ready, everything is ready, everything is set. Make sure, the forest is full of thorns. Don't mess with the horns of the cows. One small mistake and it will pierce you, so please be careful. And she says so many things. And Krishna says, since you are going to the forest, I'm going to prepare what? Footwear for you. Chappals for you. So Krishna says, for me? Yes. But what about the cows? The cows? Why would cows need shoes? No. If you want me to wear shoes, then the cows also wear shoes. Cows should wear shoes as well. And how many cows did Nanda Maharaj have? 900,000 cows. I used to start calculating 900,000 times 4. Nope. Not possible. Itna budget nahi hai. Yeah, but that's not possible. There's no, if you can't make shoes for the cows, I also don't want shoes. And only in Vrindavan, Krishna walks barefoot. Outside Vrindavan, Krishna wears slippers. So Krishna, if you go to Vrindavan, each and every place in Vrindavan, Krishna has his lotus foot placed. The entire Vrindavan is full of lotus feet of Krishna. Right? And then Krishna very beautifully, and the cows actually hears this conversation, they become so touched. They say, oh, Krishna is thinking so much about us. Yeah? So what happens? They say, oh, the forest may have big thorn or stones, pointed stones, different types of stones, right? What does the cow do? The cows do. They start going to the forest. They said, there are 12 forests of Vrindavan, Dwadasha Kanan. Dwadasha means 12. Dwa and Dasha, 10 and 12. 2 and 12 forests. They separate. You go there. They go to 12 forests of Vrindavan and start using their hooves, start smashing the rocks, the stones. So that when Krishna walks, they don't know which forest Krishna is going to take us. It can be Vrindavan, Bhandirvan, it can be any of the forest. So they will make, clear all the bases, cover all the bases. They go to every forest, smash with their hoofs, make the stones powdered. So when Krishna walks, he doesn't get hurt. The cows, because they are very touched by Krishna's feelings for them. Now, in the occasion of Gopashtami, the Maharaj gives 4 things to Krishna. He gives a flute to Krishna for cows. You play the flute to attract the cow or to call out the cows. But Krishna plays a very specific, or Krishna calls out each and every specific cow with a particular note of the flute. That's how expert Krishna is. Then he gives what? A jeweled stick. Of course, he doesn't beat the cows, but just to give fear. Not fear. Let's go. Right? A jeweled stick, a flute, a rope, and a buffalo horn. These 4 things are given by Nanda Maharaj to Krishna because he has transitioned from taking calves to taking care of the cows. And when Krishna starts going to the forest, everyone starts following him. And he's like, you have a chip on the shoulder, right? He's going, everyone's coming, walking behind him. Maya, what are you doing? Please go back. I know you're very worried about me, but I'll take it. Don't worry, Maya. Right? So, and Maya says, Krishna, make sure I have packed 3 lunch boxes. See, this lunch box, this Maya, I know. Don't worry about it. She's so concerned, she doesn't want to let Krishna out of her sight. Right? And finally, Mayosha becomes very sad, and they go back and they start, as I mentioned, cursing the sun. Why don't you travel faster? Why doesn't they end quicker? So Krishna come back. And just like the gopis, they curse the eyelids, the Brahma basically. What a fool. Why would you give eyelids? In that moment, we're not able to see Krishna. We sleep for a long time. They don't want eyelids because they can't see Krishna for that amount of time. Right? So that is the pastime of Gopashtami. That's how Krishna took charge of the cows and went to the forest. And the very beautiful other pastime is very short. I'll make it very short. This didn't happen on the day of Gopashtami, in the sense, the first Gopashtami. This happened many years later, on the day of Gopashtami, where Srimati Radharani wanted to go out to the forest with Krishna. Right? So, Jatila and Kutila is the mother-in-law and sister-in-law of Srimati Radharani. And they didn't want, of course, Srimati Radharani to anything to do with Krishna. That is very bad boy in that sense. No, it's totally bolte character is not good. That's what she used to think. They used to think. So now what happened? Radharani wanted to meet Krishna, go to the forest. So they devised a plan. Krishna started very dejected. Kya kare? Put his hands on his forehead, what to do. And then his friend come. Very, very close friend. Dharma Sakha. Subal. Subal comes and says, oh Krishna, what happened? Oh Subal, I place my life in your hands. Please, I want to see Srimati Radharani. And she wants to see me. Please do something. Arrange something. So, okay, I will do something. So Subal goes to the house of Radharani, Jatila and Kutila. And Jatila opens the door and says, Kya chahiye? What do you want? He said, oh, actually, my calf just got lost from here. I want to take the calf. I thought the calf came here. How would the calf come here? Lenny, I think, I'm sure it entered the house. I just go back and go inside and take the calf? Okay, go inside. So Subal went inside, and Subal had a very nice, very interesting thing about Subal is that he used to look pretty much the exact same as Srimati Radharani. Complexion and features were very, very similar. So this is Subal's plan. He went inside and told Srimati Radharani, see, Krishna is waiting. He said, how can we get out? Do one thing, I will wear your clothes. You wear dhoti. You go out. Very similar, right? Do you understand the difference? So they exchanged the clothes, and Srimati Radharani took the calf. Calf has to be seen, right? To the calf in her hand, and she walked out. And Subal was in the house. And this happened the day of Gopashtami. I'm making very, very short. But that is the pastime that's the pastime which happened many years later, but on the day of Gopashtami. This is usually very famously recited as Gopashtami pastime. You will hear this pastime a lot of Mother Radharani going outside, taking the calf, and Subal being inside the house on the Gopashtami pastime. But it did not happen on the first Gopashtami basically. So this is the pastime of Gopashtami, and this is a very, very sweet pastime as there's no killing of demons, nothing. Just like Damodar pastime. Very sweet pastime. And this is how Krishna is being controlled, or Krishna wants so eager to see his devotees. Shri Nitaya Sachindandev Bhagwan ki jai, Lakshmi Narasimhadev Bhagwan ki jai, Bande Tulsi Maharani ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. So, please read Srimad Bhagavatam for all wonderful, wonderful pastimes of Krishna. And there's a wonderful book called Krishna Book. I hope everyone is familiar with Krishna Book. Anyone not familiar with Krishna Book here? Krishna Book? Okay, I think everyone is familiar. So Krishna Book, Krishna Book is a summarization of the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, where all the pastimes you have heard of Krishna, any pastime you have heard, it will be from the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So please take time to read Krishna Book or Srimad Bhagavatam. So thank you so much for your time. Hare Krishna, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Ganta Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Are there any questions or comments or realizations? We have 3 minutes. So, going once, twice, and thrice. Thank you so much. So we'll have Aarti now at 12:30. Yes, Prabhu. Mhm.
Somebody coming from another faith, maybe? East of the West, etc. What's the relevance of knowing these things?
Of knowing what, Prabhu? The pastimes?
Yes.
When,
I'm not asking you negatively.
yeah, I understand, Prabhu. Yeah. So, yeah. So we are attracted by, when, for example, if some animal does something, for example, Lord has different forms, and when he comes in different forms, he does different pastimes, whatever, right? But we don't relate much with it. But when Krishna, for example, acts in a childish way, we can think, oh, my child does the same thing, right? Similar way. So this is the first step, I would say, that we can relate to Krishna's pastimes in some way. I mean, not all pastimes, but many childhood pastimes in some way. And that can be a first step, maybe, in coming, thinking about, what else does he do? So, and slowly when we understand, we come to Srila Prabhupada's books. Of course, there's Krishna book, and we can give, do you want to hear more about things like that? Oh, yes. And we can Krishna book, Srimad Bhagavatam, because Krishna Prabhupada has integrated Bhagavad Gita in Krishna book. It's not just pastimes. Prabhupada has integrated the philosophy behind what Krishna does, who Krishna is, in each and every page of Krishna book. So we know who is Krishna and why he does it, instead of just know why Krishna did it, or just activity. Because just by seeing his activity, we may think a different way. We might bring him to our level, right? But we know who is Krishna is, in philosophically. So we need both philosophy and we need. So as I mentioned, I think I mentioned this class last time. Initially, I gave a brief description of who Krishna is, so that we can more appreciate why Krishna does what he does. So it always goes hand in hand, philosophy and pastime. So we say, I had a beautiful quote. The palace of pastimes is built on the foundation of philosophy. So unless we have a strong philosophy, we won't be able to appreciate. So the stronger our foundation is, the stronger the building would be. The stronger our philosophy of who Krishna is, the more we'll be able to appreciate why Krishna does what he does. So the first step would be to maybe give a glimpse. So did you like what I heard? Oh, very nice. We can give Krishna book. That is that Prabhupada wrote the Krishna book. Maybe that's what my understanding is, Prabhu. But maybe we can share a bit more how it would be relevant. You can give mic. Gopal, can you give mic?
Yeah,
Wow.
Sorry. Very nice. I appreciate it. We were just in Vrindavan and went to Yavat, and so there's a huge painting on the side of the building where Mother Yashoda came out with a calf as a gopa. So I can relate to that. I was just thinking along the lines of, in some spiritual practices, we know that there's something called heaven.
Mm-hmm.
But what we don't know is actually what happens there. What is God like? What does he do? What does he enjoy doing? What does one do when one goes to such a place? And so this gives us a glimpse, these pastimes of Krishna as a person.
Yes.
And he has unique qualities and characteristics and pastimes. And so it's not a vague concept of, okay, there's something called heaven where I enjoy paradise, etc. But what do I do? How do I spend eternity there? So these pastimes give us a glimpse into the spiritual world. So that's why I think that's very important for others to understand that this is what this recounting is trying to do. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada.
Jai. Thank you, Prabhu.
Praise Narottama Vilāsa Prabhu ki jai. Jai Gaur Premanandi. What do you guys want to lead? Does anyone want to lead? Prabhu, आपकी तबीयत ठीक है? So if everyone can put away the mats and stand and chant for the pleasure of that Supreme Lord that we just heard about. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण। जय श्री श्री निताय सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल। कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण, कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम, हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Bol Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Gaur Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Goranga, 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 Goranga. Goranga, 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 Goranga. Goranga, 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 Goranga. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nitai Satinandana Gora Hari. Nitai Satinandana Gora Hari. Gora, Gora, Gora Hari. Gora, Gora, Gora Hare. Nitai Satinandana Gora Hare. Nitai Satinandana Gora Hare. Gora, Gora, Gora Hare. Gora, Gora, Gora Hare, Gora. Gora, Gora, Gora Hare, Gora. Gora, Gora, Gora Hare. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Gaur Nityananda Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Gaur Nityananda Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Gaur Nityananda 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 Bol. Hari Bol, Hari 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 Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Gurudev. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिवाज का आचार्य अष्टोत्तरशत शिष्य माता वे चरणारविंद भक्त स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद जी महाराज के नितला पुरुष जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिवाज का आचार्य अष्टोत्तरशत शिष्य मत भक्ति सिद्धांत ठाकुर गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद जी महाराज की श्रील भक्तिनाथ ठाकुर की जाए, गुरु परंपरा की जाए, षड गोस्वामी प्रभुगण की जाए। प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जाए, गंगा माई जमुना माई की जाए, भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय, श्री श्री निताय सच्चिनंदन भगवान की, पंच तत्व की जय, श्री श्री कृष्ण बलराम भगवान की जय, श्री श्री राधा माधव श्री वृंद की जय, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलभद्र सुभद्रा महारानी चक्र सुसंजीव की जय, जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय, नीलाचल क्षेत्रपुरी धाम की जय, मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की जय, वृंदावन धाम की जय, गिरिराज महाराज की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्त वृंद की जय, भुवन मंडल भुवन पावन हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय, समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय, गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। All Gaurishta Hare Krishna, all Gaurishta Hare Krishna, all Gaurishta Guru and Guru Prabhupada ki jai.
Ram will be singing Nrsimhadev prayer, and so it will be displayed on this TV. You can kindly follow along.
So I should wait, right? Yeah, this is good. Thank you. Okay. Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya, Prahlada Daine, Prahlada Daine. Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya, Prahlada Daine, Prahlada Prahlada Daine, Hiranyakashipurvakshaha, 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 Shilatankanakalaye, 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 Tankalaye, Ito Narsingho Parato Narsingho, To Narsingho Parato Narsingho, Ito Narsingho Parato Narsingho, To Narsingho Parato Narsingho, Yato Yato Yamitato Narsingho,
Yami tato narsingho Yato yato yami tato narsingho Oh yato narsingho Bahe narsingho Hridaye narsingho He narsingho Hridaye narsingho Bahe narsingho Hridaye narsingho He narsingho Hridaye narsingho Narasinghamadem Sharanam Prapadev Narasinghamadem Sharanam Prapadev Narasinghamadem Sharanam Prapadev Singhamadem Sharanam Prapadev Tavakara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringa Keshavadhita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Tavakara Kamalavare Amaduta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringa Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Tavakara Kamalavare Nakham Adbhuta Shringa Lalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringa Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Tavakara Kamalavare Nakha Adbhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringa Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare O Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadish Jaya Jagadish Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare
Jai Jagadish Hare. Jaya Jagadish, Jaya Jagadish, Jai Jagadish Hare, Jaya Jagadish Hare, Jai Jagadish Hare. Jaya Nrsingadev, 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 Jaya Nrsingadev, Jaya Nrsingadev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jai Jai Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jai Jai Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Shri Nrsimhadev Bhagwan ki, Bhaktaraj Prahlad Maharaj ki, Jagaguru Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.
Thank you, Ram, for nicely chanting. I haven't heard you chanting before, but very nice. Thank you. Please continue as you can. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Nitai Satchidanand Dev ki jai. Shri Lakshmi Nrsimha Prahlad Nrsimha Bhagwan ki jai. Shri Vinati Vinda Devi ki jai.